Hello everybody, my name is Joe Guy and welcome back to Subnautica, as we view the majestic twirlings and spasms of a ghost leviathan in the distance. Holding up my lighter for more. We have found this here, and I suspect I may know what this is. But I also suspect that I should not drive my Seamoth in there because it might just crash land on what I assume is atmosphere. Yeah, it is. Yes, indeedy it is. Alien discoveries have been a mixed bag, but we'll see. This place is kind of creepy. Yeah, turn off that beacon. It's gonna make thumbnails very difficult. Okay. That's interesting. And a warp gate. Yes, I thought this might be what it was. It is a microcosm of alienness of the Lost River biome, except with breathable air and like no water. How did they do this? Is there something in the atmosphere? So here's hoping this is not a receiver node. Here's hoping for an actual warper. Come on. Ah, damn. Looks like indeed this is a receiver node. I could take an ion cube over to it, of course, but... It didn't really do me much good last time, and last time I didn't have to make my way past the bloody ghost leviathan. I really should, you know, whenever I'm exploring, like, one of the best things that I can find. Ah, fuck, damn. It's so anticlimactic when that happens. Like, give me a fucking sender node. Having said that, this one isn't particularly helpful. It's pretty close to the surface. It's next to a ghost leviathan. This is probably why it's a receiver. Like, we're talking about ones straight from the depths. I mean, maybe there'll be like, maybe there'll be a final node that I find which unlocks all these guys, and that could be very, very useful. But I guess for now, not so. I mean, I'm gonna run back and I'm gonna grab an ion cube and come back out here just in case, but I'm not holding out any hope, really. Cool discovery, though. Alright, start swimming again, boyo. What?
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Lovely jubbly. Any good resources around? Suppose not. So, maybe I hug the right wall, because I think that's going to be faster. Where's the thing? Where is the thing? Did it find some prey or some shit? There it is. God, no. But I'm gonna use this opportunity to head back this way. Whoa. Dude, I should repair this guy. Fucking turn! Yeah, that's fine. I guess I'll put this in 2. There you go, miss. Clean as a whistle. Make a beeline back. I'll keep an eye out for things like other alien boxiness. Because you really lose it very easily. That is like the primary danger here. Just losing track of it in amongst all the other tendrils and fingers and stuff. Also frame rate. That's always been a whole separate bloody issue here. Still, pretty simple to navigate. Definitely got it into the Cyclops with me, though. I think it should be fairly easy to get back there with an ion cube. Yeah. And in the meantime, while I travel that direction, there was other stuff I wanted to talk about. Apart from just below zero and losing track of my conversation several times over, which, trust me, is a lot more annoying for me than it is for you. Partially because I know how annoying it must be for you. That happened recently. It was I don't even remember if it was a Dragon Age or a Subnautica. Somebody said you're about to say something about this, But you lost train of thought, and that's all I could really say was, yeah, I did. Sorry. Brain, man, brain. I consider myself generally quite good at picking up the thread of a conversation after going off on a tangent, but not always. And today is a Saturday, so what the fuck do you want from me? Ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo da-da-da-da. That egg, man. He's a big egg. There always tends to be one just outside this window. I wonder if I've confused its pathfinding by plonking a base here. Alright, so let's grab an ion cube. Just the one. That's all we should need. You know, I didn't really look much with my scanner around there as well. So I should probably do that too. Let's think a little bit thematically about the aliens. There was a certain element of control whenever we see an alien complex. It's all very laid out. Big structures as well, quite often built quite near predators. Which, although maybe the predators weren't there when the structures were originally built, actually does quite well, given the impression that they didn't care about the predators. And from all we can tell, with, you know, coupled with the warpers and everything like that, they're masters of this world through and through. I mean, maybe, yeah, like the odd member of the species would die to a reaper or something, but it's worth noting we have not seen any corpses in any of these places so far. That could be for a variety of reasons. I mean, the one of the ones being, quite simply, maybe they're of a race of beings that never doesn't leave corpses. It's a possibility. The only thing we really know about these aliens is that they're amphibious, possibly? But also they do preserve the air in certain biomes. And they preserve the air in the Lost River nuke over there. Despite the fact that it is, where is that Ghost Leviathan? There it is. Despite the fact that the fauna it was preserving is water-based. What's through here? This is fun. Excuse me. Huh. Wasn't this pleasant? Sorry, now I feel bad. It's just this person's house. We'll go out here and it'll be fine. He says confidently. Stick to the wall. Hit with a stasis rifle. When in doubt. Actually, that's a good opening. Just go for it. I don't know, it's a weird combination. Let's just say that for whatever reason, I doubt they're too affected by their biological limitations. I mean, there's a few things that we could say about them, like they made these... Let's think about these bases, for example. Biological preserves, perhaps? But this is just the same as it is outside. So maybe instead, an experiment to see if they can grow plant life indoors outside of water. Having said that, Lovecraft et al. Said that ethnic minorities aren't actually human, but he also said that we are foolish to try and comprehend the minds of a species which is not our own. No, I didn't think so. Never mind. Never mind, eh? Never mind. Disappointing, but maybe one day these will all unlock at once, or we'll just get very, very lucky. Find a sender node further down. Our depth modules don't go much deeper, you know. Like, what else can we do? Cyclops goes to 1500 meters, and I've crafted as much as I can for them. Tintin's only 1300 meters. Who knows? Yippee-ki-yo. Okay, I want to see about heading right here. Is there anything? Oh, it's a little close. I can turn a lot sharper than it can, though. That could be me. That's okay. I know a guy's house I can visit. Yeah, he got bored. You know, speaking of danger, I understand that my playstyle is quite different to the way a lot of other Let's Players chose to play this game. Excuse me, sir. In that I'm a lot more cautious, a lot more thoughtful, a lot slower. Which is interesting. Because there are times I think to myself, I should go in here without the use of the drone cameras, or I should just stop with all the prep work and just go for it, because that will make a more exciting viewing experience. Which isn't potentially untrue, but never before in a game have I felt like I have had to make things more dangerous for myself. In fact, I sort of pride myself on, well, I'm not amazing at it, but like, thinking through combat encounters and upcoming scenarios and stuff like that, and approaching it in the most efficient manner, is something which I pride myself on doing quite successfully most of the time. I mean, not just in Subnautica, but in stuff like Dark Souls, for example, was one that was very that. Less so Half-Life 2, because that was a lot more run and gun. And less so Dragon Age Inquisition, quite frankly, because your choices are deeper in that game and harder to predict. Let's park her back up, shall we? So, I get really immersed in this game, and I feel like it would hurt my immersion to deliberately go after more danger. And to an extent, I'm proud of the fact that I really haven't died that much. I mean, I died of thirst pretty early on, but I don't think I've ever died to a beast. Nope. And I've died to the odd glitchy fire.
Vital signs stabilizing.
So, isn't that to an extent? Isn't the way that I'm doing things super cautiously, isn't that a little more immersive? I mean, I'm genuinely asking the question here. I mean, maybe spending so many resources on bases is not something which an actual person stranded on an alien planet would do. But at the same time, I've said before, like, when weight is crushing down upon you, sometimes it is good to just do something which is fun or feels good, and when you have the resources for it anyway, why not do something like this? What you would not do in real life is charge deliberately into danger unless you like the thrill of it, which I sort of do to an extent, but not much. Not enough to go out my way for it, as opposed to approaching each problem as thoroughly as I can. You know, I'm going to keep that ion cube on me, and actually no, I've got two in the Cyclops, and that'll be the one I'm taking down. So just you go back in here. Yeah. Let's go, because I gotta get these thoughts out. So yes, approaching danger simply for its own sake, without kind of... Because that's what Maida did, right? That's the first thing that came to mind. Maida was the fighter. She wanted to go out, seek for blood. I always get them mixed up, but the dad was the commodicist, I suppose you could call him. Everything was a resource and could be whittled to humanity's needs, and that would be how we would overcome this place. The son. I think Paul was the dad and Bart was the son. Bart. I fucking have this. Aurora Survivor? No. Degas Survivors? Bart told us log.
I thought it might get cluster.
Yeah, it was Bart. He just loved the exploration and stuff like that of it and the beauty of it all. I am some strange mix of the three, though. If I was Maida, then yes, I would go for the kill every single time, just for the sole thing of adventure. But I probably lean more towards Paul, if anything. Like, just... Paul and Bart. I'm more of a mixture of Paul and Bart with a slight thrill seeker in me. But it's much more the thrill of adventure. So I guess... I don't know, I guess what I'm trying to say is that I'm actually kind of... maybe going to let myself off with not jumping in just for the hell of it, because I think that approaching this a bit like a scientific expedition where you note things down and you theorize and you plan the best route through a scenario and you come out the other end victorious, not because you were lucky or because you were quick with your reflexes, but because you knew what you were doing and you had contingencies in place for when shit got fucked. So with that in mind, I just want to say that is probably what this playthrough is. This is the scientific exploration method of playing this game, and I think playing to that a little bit could actually be fun. So you might hear me kind of talk about that a bit more in the future. Anyway, this episode's been 50 minutes so far, so I think I can probably... What time is it? It's half 6. God, break immersion, Joe, why don't you? Let's see. What am I doing, I wonder? Codes and clues. Somebody mentioned recently that I should have another look through this. So the disease research facility has a depth of 800 meters, so round about here. Could that be the Fallen Cube Center? Quite possibly. In fact, I think yes, because under scan data, alien arch, alien flora research, local plants being held in stasis, I don't think that's it, was it? No, ion cube. Research equipment, okay. So there was that. Maybe, but something like that is at like 800 meters, so maybe that was it. I feel like there was something that we discovered in there. Maybe it was terminal data, alien data terminal. Scans have like solid. I mean, didn't it give me the detail on the Kara? This terminal contains extensive data regarding the bacterial contagion known as Kara. Yeah, it did. So I guess we found that then. We found the disease research station. Wait, hang on, where am I? Here we go. Down here is the thermal power facility. Sanctuary A, Sanctuary B, off-site laboratory and primary containment facility. Do you know, maybe it was this instead. Cave system with extensive fossil records southwest of enforcement platform. Actually, that fits the bill. Yeah, live specimen study, synthesis of antidote for highly infectious bacterium designated Kara. But they didn't find one, did they? I reckon I'm gonna have to deconstruct this a little bit further because I'm chasing my tail a little bit here. Okay, strap in, guys. We're gonna read this stuff. So codes and clues. Huh. It's just like codes and clues is like you're telling me you've been on this rig more than a year and you never took a ride on the outside. You know what power feels like till you crushed an asteroid with your bare, heavily mechanically augmented hands. Want to play catch with a passing meteor? Okay, so that's just the code to the cabin. Never mind. I thought that might have been something because I seem to remember people kind of highlighting that. I've found all those, so that's fine. Lab access is fine, high security. This is just the alien facility locations. In the event of an outbreak, quarantine procedures will automatically enforce with immediate effect. The quarantine enforcement platform will target all incoming and outgoing craft to prevent the spread of infection off-world. Admirable. We got the alien rifle. Strong resemblance to human weaponry in form. This device must have been set at 8 AM. Defending this facility a necessary precaution. There's no obvious way to remove the rifle from the case. Scans indicate this device contains enough potential energy to destroy the entire plant, along with most of the solar system. Fortunately, it has malfunctioned. Indeed. And then we got the scan. We're going to go through all alien data, trying to deconstruct this a little bit further. So theories on functions: ceremonial or religious role, industrial applications, advanced transportation networks. So we got that when we first entered the defensive platform. Yeah, further research required, but we know it's a teleport. Alien flora research, local plants being held in stasis. They evidently sought an extensive knowledge of the plant's ecosystem, which would have been necessary to support any live specimen research, which we know they did do. These vents connect to an ancient piping network that extends beyond maximum scannable depth. The pumping system is still not functional. The inflow vent is drawing water from the surrounding area and pumping it to an unknown location below the surface, okay? Warm deoxygenated water is being expelled into the atmosphere. Most creatures are avoiding the vents. Pupils can be observed entering and exiting the pipe network without signs of distress, and there's something to do with that. I imagine when we find the vent's termination point, it's going to get a little bit clearer. So yeah, we read that earlier. This device houses energy equivalent to 100 megaton nuclear detonation, which can be channeled through the facility and directed at vessels overhead. Or bent around, Power is routed via the attached terminal, allowing for the device to be deactivated if necessary, and it is currently operating without parameters, suggesting it will target any ship within range. Okay, that's fine. This device matches no known technologies. Yep, it's just a force field, but beyond any tech. So these aliens, whoever they were very, very advanced, which I know is obvious, but we gotta remember that our PDA kicks ass and stuff like that. Humanity is far out there, and whatever these aliens are is beyond it. I mean, no wonder they assume that we'd never be able to translate them. The fact that we can translate anything that the warpers or the aliens have said is frankly astounding. Here we go. This is the ion cube, grown artificially. Cubic appearance suggests that it's been cut from a larger deposit. Interesting. Each cube contains the equivalent ionic energy of 5 kilotons of TNT. Energy can be released in a controlled manner, you say. Likely used as batteries, but would require a substantial power source to be recharged. Yeah, valuable energy source. Yeah. Orange, purple. Yeah, hundreds of thousands of years old. Okay, sure. Research equipment. A large laboratory table and accompanying scanners that incorporate technologies far beyond our current level of understanding. Equipment maintenance, staff maintenance, specimen analysis, specimen gene manipulation. The prominence and facing of these alien devices suggests they are some kind of probe or sensor. Their subject would seem to be the vast skeleton in the center of the cavern, so we know where this is now. Yeah, we had a look at the the attached cables and found our way to a small research site. Self-warping quarantine enforcer unit. This lifeform shows signs of heavy genetic modification and extensive mechanical grafting, so it's a warper. It's a machine, it's a biomachine, it has phase technology. Yeah. Programmable hunter and killer, avoid. Warper parts. Yeah, dozens of different organisms, largely originating off-world. They are in varying states of augmentation with advanced technologies. Indeed. Okay, well that's fine. Nitty-gritty of it. Discovered inside an alien facility, it was not possible to translate any useful information. However, scans have returned some information on the device itself. It is likely a solid-state computer, though there was no clear way to interface with it. On approach, it began producing a low-frequency radio wave containing complex but recognizable data patterns. It is likely the alien species which designed this technology evolved, or genetically selected, sensory apparatus to hear and understand the information before being broadcast by the device. Okay. And to communicate back. The mental processing power required to perform this kind of telepathy would imply that the designers were considerably more advanced, psychologically developed than the common human. So I think that was the first data terminal that we discovered. I'm just checking. No, not that one. This one. You don't equip these on the hotbar, do you? No. No, you do not. Okay, never mind. I thought maybe holding one out might have made the difference, but hey-ho. What else we got? So yes, indeed, like, that's just the first data terminal and kind of baby's first introduction to the aliens and how powerful they are. So we did indeed find Alien Sanctuary Alpha. Yeah, Sanctuary A, data corrupted. Architectural information has been downloaded regarding this antechamber. Data hubs, but they're also regulating the pH levels surrounding water and low-frequency sound wave. Okay. The cubes mounted on the pedestals are not being drained of power, suggesting they served a symbolic purpose. Interesting. I mean, I know I read this before. I remember this. It was very recent. It was the one by the tower wreck. So that was Alien Sanctuary Alpha, huh? Well, that's good. so we can check that one off. I wonder what the off-site laboratory was. Maybe it was the one near the... Maybe it was the one near the big skeleton. Anyway. Okay, here's the damage report. Leviathan detected, and this is from the fallen cube. Facility perimeter closing at high speed. Exterior anchor cable impacted with massive force. Exterior anchor cable system buckling. Facility sinking. Collision with sea floor. Breaches detected in containment unit 7. Leviathan eggs. Immediate specimen destruction protocol initiated. 314 specimens destroyed. 1 specimen unaccounted for. Yeah. Evacuating site to off-site sanctuaries. Planetary quarantine protocol initiative. Infected individuals may not leave the planet. So this is the schematic for the enforcement platform. Yep. Ultra-hard non-reactive metal amalgam. Fun. There is no indication that it can be... I hope you guys don't mind this, by the way. I really feel like sometimes I power through this too fast to like get an idea of what's going on, and it feels like the alien thing, I'm missing something there. So I want to just kind of, before I go further, which I probably will do next episode, I want to do this now. Let's see, the collation is not listed, but there's evidence the designer intends to harness the planet's natural thermal energy. So we can expect to find their thermal facility down here somewhere. Okay. The facility consists of the upper engineering section, where this schematic was found, and the control room, which is accessed via security sealed elevator shaft or a separate underwater moon pool. Yes, we know that. This is the defensive platform, by the way. The control room in the lower section has the only known way to interface with the facility. However, the schematic does not detail the operation procedure or install security measures. So, extensive alien research on the local fauna with special focus on the reproductive methods. Core conclusions have been synthesized. They have just one sex. They observed local organisms engaging in asexual reproduction. All healthy individuals tested were capable of egg laying. Eggs usually required genetic material from another of the species. In rare case, only one parent was acquired, with evolutionary mutation introduced by the effects of the environment itself. Research appears to have been focused around hatching conditions and genetic variations between parent and child. That sounds like a very quick way to mutate. Hatching conditions and genetic variations. Interesting. Here's Kara. So, yeah. I just want to scan this because we did read it quite recently. So I'm in stage 2 at this point. Stage 3 is unpredictable alterations to biological structure, which sounds fun. Stage 4, complete shutdown of executive function, death. Core world's quarantine, yada yada yada. And the treatment procedure is still unknown. Specimen research data. Catalog of information previously contained within the alien facility. A number of entries has been translated. So yeah, for the peeper, no immunity to infection. Death occurs within 4 days. Symptom remission on exposure to enzyme 42. Shows some capacity to transmit enzymes to other species. So the peepers are the key. They're going to be the key to our salvation here, but I just don't quite know how yet. Leviathan embryos. Adult specimens too large to study in containment. Acquired from a nesting site. Embryos show no signs of immunity. Death commonly occurs within 3 weeks. You know that big beast that was in quarantine, the kind of big round one? Maybe that was a like a sea dragon leviathan in an early stage of development, because skull shapes and stuff like that can evolve. Death commonly occurs within 3 weeks, it says. Small sample of eggs have been retained for continued high priority research on leviathan hatching mechanisms. Large carnivore theta, off-site lab established to study remains. Okay, so that means that off-site laboratory, we found that too. Yeah, shows some potential for immunity to infection, but physical remains so far proved insufficient for full reconstruction. Why would you know that then? Unidentified leviathan. This leviathan species has been designated Sea Emperor. Sea Emperor? Sorry, I don't know why I was calling it Sea Dragon. Bone samples from Emperor specimens indicate some potential for car immunity. Well, that's good. Single specimen captured for study at purpose-built containment facility constructed at volcanic region at depth 1.4 kilometers. So that's a big thing. Single specimen captured for study at purpose-built. Sea Emperor, huh? Maybe Sea Dragon's something different. Well, let's find out actually. Fauna. Fauna deceased. So this is... Yeah, sea dragon skeleton. Ah, so we got the sea emperor and the sea dragon. They're separate. Interesting. Which lines up because, I mean, this thing came at the base to dislodge it to find its egg, and they have a sample of it already. Never mind. It wasn't lining up there for a second, but it is now. Something in the environment has helped to preserve these remains. Maybe that's why there's so many skeletons around. Egg laying stage of its life cycle. Yep. Angry mother. Yep. It's really obvious, isn't it? So up here again. That's this. Let's see. Sea Emperor. Well, it's unlikely the Emperor specimen is still contained within the facility described. It may be possible to acquire further data there on the aliens' attempt to develop a vaccine. So, we have been here. We could go there to find the thermal power facility, and maybe that's something to do with the alien vents. And then this is probably the primary containment facility where the Sea Emperor is being kept. So aside from that, ancient fossilized skeleton. Is this thing they think might have Kara immunity? Yeah, indeed. And this gargantuan fossil as well. There are a series of precise angular indentations on the ribcage, suggesting a third party has taken samples from the specimen at a previous time. So maybe they're referring to this, the one with the Kara immunity. Interesting. Front third, jeez. Mixed Leviathan fossils, Reaper Leviathan, which I think is more of a reference to the Degassi than anything else. Remains of research specimen, yeah, vast predator, housed within an artificial yada. Okay, it was kept alive for months or even years, so this wasn't the sea dragon baby. Plant life, yep. Oh yeah. Gone extinct. Yeah, okay, no worries. Oh, ribcage is lovely. Vertebrate skeletal structures, while so many skeletons match organisms encountered on the planet so far. Yada. I think that's it, actually. Cool, well, I now feel like I know what I'm doing. I'm not just gonna, like, run blindly into stuff. We're primarily looking for the power facility down here somewhere, about 1,200 meters, so about 300 meters below us, or the fucking thing, which is also a thing, which is the primary containment facility with the Sea Emperor. I didn't hit one. Must have hit the mouse wheel by accident. The Sea Dragon thing, I can't help but feel that we will encounter that, or either that or the Sea Emperor. In fact, I feel like we're definitely going to encounter the Sea Emperor because that's way too cool a name to pass up. As is the Sea Dragon thing, quite frankly. Especially considering that we think that it was attacking that facility to get back its eggs. Anyway, we don't really know. All I know is, this has been a slightly longer episode, so thank you very much for watching, everybody. In the next episode, we are gonna start pushing into that lava-filled biome, investigate those roars that we heard, grab some more cyanite, do some more exploring, and I think we're gonna make some amazing discoveries. So, see you then. Thank you for watching.